A lot of people ask me what's my favourite tank in the game, and well, it's really hard to say. It varies and it changes depending on my mood. I love the M46 pattern, but my favourite heavy tank is probably the E-75. It's a German Tier 9 heavy tank. One of the two, the other being the 4502P. 4502P leads to the mouse. The E-75 leads to the E-100, and honestly, I don't really see a lot of point in going to the E100 after the E75. I think the E75 is the highlight of the entire German heavy tank tree. This is such a strong tank. But it's not overpowered. I genuinely don't think it's overpowered. It's got very, very good armour. But you have to angle it. Right? You can't just drive this thing around herpa-derping around the battlefield and expect to win. The armour is good, but it's got weak lower glacis. It suffers engine fires if you shoot it in the front. The gun is next to useless at anything other than medium to close range. But if you angle this thing, you get it in close. I wasn't expecting to hit anything with that shot. I'm just trying to force the guy to back off so I can get to my the position I want to go for here. And you know, I can talk about how great the E75 is, but it's easier to just show you. Okay. So we're on, I mean, it's a tier 9 game, obviously. Tier 9 tank. I'm not going to be any lower than tier 9, but there's no tier 10s. And there's only 4 tier 9s on each side. So I bounced my first shot. I didn't bounce that one. Don't know what it was, came from up there. It could have been that E75 on the hill. Not got an awful lot of support here. Now, luckily there's no artillery in this game. This IS-3 is in, you know, he seems to think he's a tank destroyer with a super accurate gun, so he's sitting there on that corner, and I figured I don't want to sit here getting sniped. There's another bounce from the T-34 that time. See where the shots are going in, and just ricocheting off. It's three hits I've taken, only one of them's penetrated. And that was a lucky hit right there on the viewport. Actually, no, it was that one on the side of the turret, and it would have been from that E75 up top. There's another bounce. I haven't done any damage myself, but I need to get up close. That's where this tank excels. IS-3 back there, I don't know what the hell he's thinking, you know. So I'm going to have to hold this corner mostly alone. That's what the E75 does. Took one in the face from the Ferdinand there. Bounce the IS-3. Not too worried about IS-3s. Even at close range. Not with effective angling. See how I angle the tank as I come around the corner. Yep. Managed to hit. Okay, now there's 4 of them back there. Actually, there's going to end up being 5. Bounce the T-34 again. We've got a friendly T-34 up there, and this IS-3's finally grown a pair of balls. That friendly T-34's got good gun depression, but it ain't that good. Oh. Bounced the FCM. So the thing about the gun on the E75, it's at 0.36 accuracy, I think, for the top 128mm gun. Yeah, 0.36 accuracy, my arse. You need to get this thing right in the face of the enemy. Well, you can't possibly miss. Angle the armour a bit. Oh, there's 4 of them and they're cowering from me. That's more like it. IS-3 turns up just in time to get the last 15 damage on the on the Ferdinand. Okay, I need to start being careful now. 5 of them around there. Angle that armour. Looks like this guy's getting bored or sick of living. One of the two. Fine. First kill. 2,400 damage done so far. There's that AC-48 now. He's got a nasty gun. He's just hammered the IS-3. These things are very tough in front. That one hit his gun mantlet, so I'm not surprised that bounced. T-34's gone over. Right, need to go for it. Got to back him up. Can't let him die alone. Good stuff. Great bit of teamwork there. Well, you know, when the IS-3 eventually showed up, he split their fire amongst us. T-34 from up there. Balls of steel. Picked exactly the right moment to go over. And I backed him up. $2,700 damage done. The rest of the team cleaned up on the other side of the map. But it was pretty much me and that T-34 down here. I mean, the IS-3 turned up late to the party and, you know, did 15 damage to a Ferdinand and took a hit, and that's pretty much all he bothered, all he actually contributed. But at least him being there meant that they were coming out and splitting the fire amongst two of us. And this is probably over now. But this is where the E7... In fact, there it is over. But this is where the E-75 excels. Tanking corners. I don't think there's a tank in the game better at it. There's the post-battle results screen. This is from the replay uploaded to whatreplays.com. Steel wall sniper. Buttload of spot and damage because I was the furthest one forward. You know. 50,000 credits earned, by the way. Team score. Sorted by damage done. Bang. Sorted by XP earned. Bang. Water machine. 14 hits received. Didn't die. 11 shots fired. 10 direct hits. 6 penetrations. Not so good. Some of those shots weren't particularly well aimed. But 2,700 damage. 5 enemies detected, 3 damage, 2 killed, and 1,500 spot and damage. That's where all that XP comes from. So, pretty good. But we can do better than that. This one's from a game I played on Quickie Baby's livestream. So obviously the rest of the platoon are Quickie Baby in his E75 and Ike in his M103. Again, tier 9 maximum game. E75 is very, very strong when it's top tier. It's pretty damn beastly when it's in a tier 10 match. Oh, spotted. Wow, that was a pretty aggressive scout rush. Spotted by 2 ELCs. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh, it won't be too bad, there's only 1 artillery. Yeah. Oh, right, okay. That's initially, up where that 5120 is, that's where I wanted to be heading. Because there's pretty much nobody. Oh, there's the army. Spotted again. I'm not sure who by. Probably that ELC. Right. I had a bit of a crisis of conscience here, because I wanted to be heading up here. I mean, it's unheard of on Sound River that nobody's fighting around this area of the map. But then I see this lot, and I think, no way. These guys need backup, they need support. This is where the fight happens. Now this is where I start having problems. And again, I'm just firing to keep that IS-3's head down. I don't intend to stop. I don't want to stand here getting in a fight with an IS-3 and a Panther II when the main event is happening up there. But at the same time, I can't turn my back on the Tiger II. Sorry, the Panther II and the IS-3. Not until I put some ground between them and me. So that'll do. go and support these fellas. Okay, there's one. Checking my back, making sure I'm not going to get shot in the back by that Panther 2. Type 59 up there, he's seen me. T-54's going around to try and cut off the Type 59, but there's a lot of enemy tanks coming around this corner. There's like 6, 7 of them. T-54 runs off. It's as if he thinks, right, we've lost this corner. He's just run off to abandon us to our fate. Our artillery's getting stuck in up there. That's a killing ground for our arty, but only one artillery. And the Lurver's backing off. T-54 hits me. He doesn't do any real damage, just damages my observation port. I'm aware of that Type 59 back up there. In fact, I'm going to pull back to an external view here because now I'm alone. Okay. T-54 behind me. He has the more dangerous gun. I'm not too concerned about the Type 59. As soon as I get my tracks back up, I'm going to charge the T-54. The Type 59 is going to get free shots into my ass, but I don't care. I can't turn my back on a T-54, and I want to put... Oh god, there's another one, a Panther 2 as well. Shit. However, the cavalry has just arrived. I've been yelling on TeamSpeak this whole time. I need some backup here, boys. So now I'm backing up as fast as I can. You know, tracks allowing. Because I want to make sure that my platoon have got shots at these guys. If I carried on fighting the T-54 around that corner... Oh my god, there's an IS-3 turned up as well. Yeah. I had to back up to give my platoon shots at these guys. I was never going to kill them all alone. Oh, that T-54's run off. He's basically run off and killed the Panther 2. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Got to keep my front pointing towards this Type 59. Now he's come around trying to outflank me. The T-54 is dead. Ike killed him. Our T-54 finally turns up. Nails this guy. But there's an IS-3 around the corner. I've done 2,700 damage myself. Oh, and there's the Leopard prototype. And now here comes the IS-3. So what was that? 7 enemy tanks? I'm sitting here on 98 health. But I'm not dead. And they all are. And this is what the E-75 does. It just weathers the storm. Angle, tracks eat it, IS-3's cursing. Here comes the T-54. Fair play to this T-54 driver for coming back to help me out, but he didn't pick the best ground on which to try to circle an IS-3. I mean, he's doing the best he can, and I'm amazed he lasted as long as he did. But this gun doesn't reload very quickly, and he's trying to climb uphill to circle an IS-3, and I couldn't load fast enough to help him out. So, 3,600 damage done. 7 penetrating hits received. And artillery hasn't given up with me. There he goes, still trying to get me killed. But it was a combination of this tank just being such a massive beast of a machine and holding out long enough for support to arrive on the ridgeline, and then suckering the enemy tanks back into positions where my friends could shoot them. What a tank. What an amazing tank. I love the E-75. Super Pershing. He's given up. He's basically... he's no use to us alive now. But he only has a 54 health. Yeah, well, you've got a higher percentage of total health than I do, mate. Now, they have an E-75, a Jagdtiger. Apparently the Jagdtiger's on very low health. And their artillery, who, to be fair, he was good. He had a hard-on for me most of the game, but he's managed 4 kills as well. There's the Jagdtiger. And the E-75, they both hit, the Jagdtiger especially. Now, I know I keep saying that the gun on the E-75 is just no good at long-range work. Most of the time, that would have missed. But even a broken clock tells the right time twice a day. 3,672 damage done. Now I'm going scumbag hunting. The major drawback with this 128mm gun on the E-75 isn't really the accuracy, it's the aiming time and the reload. The DPM on the E-75 is kind of low because of the reload speed. But it's a tank that just takes a beating. You know, you pump shot after shot after shot into the E-75 and it just says, yeah, hang on, I'm reloading. I'll be with you in a minute. Come on, little scumbag, where are you? And this was... There he is. And aim, and aim, and aim, and aim, and I didn't wait until it was fully aimed. And neither did he. But if I'd waited a fraction of a second longer, he would have killed me without getting a shot off, so I had to pull the trigger. He got a lucky shot. I'm like, damn you, Artie. As scumbags go, he was a good one. 5 kills in a Lorraine 15550. He even says sorry in chat. Yeah, I don't mind being killed by a scumbag as good as him. But now he's got Ike and Quickie Baby on his case. Who's going to get him? Who do you think? Quickie Baby or Ike? Gentlemen, place your bets. Ike's on 2 kills. Quickie Baby's on 1. Who's it gonna be? Oh, scumbag spotted! Scumbag spotted! Ike wins. Superior aiming time. M103's gun. Let's see how many hits I received in that game, shall we? So there's the post-battle results screen in that one from whatreplays.com. It's 57,000 credits earned, 3,500 XP, doubled. Look at that. Damage done. Yep, that'll do. XP earned. Yep, that'll do. It's not often I do more damage and earn more XP than Quickie Baby or Ike. It's like fairly... In fact, it's very rare I do more damage and earn more XP than Quickie Baby and Ike. 22 hits received. And it took a lucky shot from artillery to finish me off. Although, you know... A tier 8 could have fired a high explosive shell at me with that amount of health and it would have killed me. So, yeah. 16 fired, 12 hits, 11 penetrations, 3,600 damage, 22 hits taken. 7 enemies damaged, 4 killed, and 1,000 Spartan damage. I love this tank. Just in case you needed any further convincing, here I am platooned up with... I've forgotten, is this Quickie Baby? Or yep, it's Quickie Baby. We're both in our E-75s again, because we both love this tank. We're here on Wide Park. Tier 9 game again. And I'm basically going to sit up on the corner of this railway tunnel and kill anybody who tries to come through. Patch 8.6, this map... Well, you'll no longer be playing the E-75 on this map. It's going to be made a tier 4 to 6 map only. Oh. Yeah, super Pershing spaced armour. It can get a bit crowded under this railway bridge. And you've got to be careful that you don't get in each other's way. And it can be difficult to angle your armour effectively. Ah, he moved back. And it's because of that. You see where the IS... Oh, whoa, whoa, KV4. Ramming speed. You got to be kidding. Reverse. He took my ammo rack out. Right. Get the shot off and then I'll repair it. That was a lucky shot. 116 damage. Took out the ammo rack. Okay. Put one in the T-32. Ammo rack repaired. You see where the IS-6 is? That's not smart. The T-34 has the better idea. Now, I'd like to be where the T-34 is. Unfortunately, the T-34 is there. Because coming up over this slight rise exposes my lower glacis. IS-6 has gotten himself into a much better position there. I'll say much better. It would be better if he turned this tank around. Try not to get in the way of this T-34, while at the same time keeping my armour angled. Alright, there's my first kill. 1600 damage done. Taking a bit of a beating though, but... Turn the tank, angle the armour. Ah, oh, T-34 for God's sake. What are you doing? You want to back up, get out of the way. There we go, another bounce. Bit better angling there from me. T-32 was able to put shots in. Ugh, God damn it, where did that one go in? Lower glacis. Right, this T-32 is pissing me off now. Okay. Now it's time to move. There's another one dead. 2,900 damage. Which is nice. Angle that armour against the Carnarvon. He puts one through me anyway. But that's alright. Two can play at that game. Ah, T-32, even though you're dead, you still thwart me. Come on, get out of the way. There's more tanks to kill. So, 3,225 damage. I took some hits. T-32 knew exactly where to shoot. He got pretty much every one of those shots on the side. That was the T-32. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if he was using gold ammo. I would have expected more of those shots to bounce from the T-32's 105mm gun. But the T-32's 105mm gun isn't very good on a tier 8 heavy tank. It's good enough, it gets the job done. So it's not unusual to see T-32 drivers loading some gold in case they get into games like this. And, you know, it's to be expected. You just have to angle better. Well, there it is. You know, the numbers speak for themselves. Brothers in Arms, 63,000 credits earned. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And 3,284 XP. Team scores. This is kind of bizarre. Right, if you sort it by damage done, myself, I'm not even second, let alone first. This T-30 racked out some good damage. I only did 3,225 damage. Quickie baby, 4,500. Sorted by XP earned, and I'm way ahead. What? How did that? I don't even, haven't got a clue. And it's not like spot and damage makes up the difference. He did 102 spot and damage, I did 333 spot and damage. It's not that much. Well, perhaps, I don't know, maybe I was shooting at tier 9s and he was shooting at tier 7s and 8s. No, look. Where are they? Enemy tanks. How many? There were only 3 tier 7s in the game. A Comet and 2 ISs, and I killed one of the ISs. I didn't see the Comet or the other IS. I never saw any of the tier 9s. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not complaining though. Coming out of a match with more XP than Quickie Baby is fairly rare. 10 shots fired, 9 direct hits, 8 penetrations, 3,225 damage done. Took 6 hits, didn't die. No steel wall this time though. So, E-75, it's just such a good tank. I certainly don't think it's overpowered. It's situational. Frontally, if angled, this tank will bounce shots all day. The gun is good enough for what the tank does. It's a brawling tank. It's useless at long range. I mean, I'm not saying you can't hit anything at long range with this gun, but it's rarely going to land where you aim it. That 128mm gun on the E-75 is for close range work. And the whole tank is for close range work. It's the best brawling heavy tank that the Germans have, without exception. You can take your Mausers and your E-100s and shove them. The E-75 is a better tank. I think it's fantastic. It's probably my favourite. It's probably my favourite heavy tank in the game. And I think I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but I'm pretty sure it's probably Quickie Baby's favourite heavy tank in the game as well. I love this thing. I think it is the high point of the German heavy tank line. I don't think there's a better German heavy tank than this in the game. It's just amazing. Hope you enjoyed that replay roundup, folks. As always, take care on that battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.